I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Wednesday, November 8th, 2017. Now, before I get started, just wanted to let you know I will be drawing with a different pen on my chart here. There's a setting that you can change to make the pen look a little differently. I know some of you have said that you thought that the pen I draw with is a little too thick and it makes it hard to see some of the other things in the chart, so I figured I would try that out for today. I do like a thicker pen. I feel like it's easier to write, especially when I write words with, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, and you can let me know what you think about the pen and whether or not you like this stroke better than the other, okay? So that's what I'm doing today for the chart. Now, for the horoscope, getting in there, we do have the moon here today in Cancer still bringing our attention and our focus to our emotions, getting comfortable with ourselves emotionally, figuring out what's going on emotionally with us, okay? Also to home and family, since Cancer rules home and family, and just to building something in your life that resonates more truly with who you are deep down at your core. I think that's something that you're really thinking about, how you can get just more comfortable with who it is that you are, and more safe and more secure, and feel more comfortable just all around, okay, with everything that has happened to us lately. I think that's what we're trying to figure out. I think as we're trying to build some more of this stability into our life, feel better emotionally, I think it has a lot to do with just inside, what's going on inside us, and just dealing with some internal stuff too, with the moon here making a trine over to Neptune in Pisces. So I think we're trying to get right with ourselves spiritually too, and just bring it all together to figure out what is going on with us and what do we need in whatever way to feel more comfortable with our life and what is happening and where it is that our life is going. All right, Neptune too can bring up confusion as well. So there could be some confusion too about what is going on inside you, about what it is you're feeling, about what it is you want as you're trying to build some of this stability in our life. It's like we want to be comfortable in the life that we have and in the life that we're living, but maybe confused about what it is we even need to do to feel emotionally comfortable and to feel stable and to feel secure moving forward. And I think we're really trying to work some of that stuff out here and figure out what is going on with us and what do we need to feel better, okay? I think as we're trying to understand what it is that we need and to get more comfortable with ourselves, I think here where Mars is making a square to Cancer, where the moon is, I think we're trying to communicate with other people, or to talk with other people, or to work with other people too, to help them help us, or to have them help us figure out what is going on with us as well, to overcome some of these things that are holding us back, and to help us make sense of our life and to help us push forward, being a really big thing coming in here. I think we're also maybe with Mars and Libra too, trying to better understand what it is that we need to make judgments about our life as well, and what it is that we need and where it's going, so that we can start to move forward. Because this is Mars, and Mars is not like being in Libra, I also think that could be a little bit hard to communicate with people about what is happening. But not only are we confused about what is going on inside us, but also our relationships are impatient. Maybe we're impatient with other people too, not really knowing what's going on, not really having the answers maybe that other people need as well, or that we need ourselves, causing some confusion and some hurt feelings, okay? So I think that what was going on yesterday, a little bit into today. Now, what goes on after that, and this is going to happen pretty early in the morning, maybe around, 5 a.m. Mountain Time. The moon is going to come over here and it's going to trine the sun after it's done all this stuff. So while we're trying to understand what's going on inside us, to make judgments about what is happening with us and how we can feel more comfortable and feel more at peace, okay, and maybe trying to work with other people as well to figure that stuff out, I think there's some big, deep emotions that are coming up here with the sun in Scorpio and a trine to the moon, really trying to understand more deeply and to get deeper about what's going on and to uncover more and more and more of what it is that we're feeling, okay? And I think that's what we're trying to work out as we're trying to be more safe and feel more secure and understand our life better, really having to go deeper, face more instability, face more, emotional stuff, and dig deeper, which could be a little bit unsettling in the process, trying to figure some of this stuff out, okay? Now, I think the deeper we dig and go deep and try to understand what it is that we need to do, it's going to help us here where Pluto is, with the sun in a sextile with Pluto, to begin to make sense of our life and to move our lives in the right direction and create the life that we want. But I think it's all going to depend here on where the sun is first, us really having to go deep to understand what it is that we want. Scorpio, also rules changes too. So maybe also having to make some more changes to our life, to the way that we relate to the world, in order to unlock some of these doors, answer some of these questions maybe that we have inside, and to find more of that comfort and security that it is that we're missing, that it is that we really want, okay? Because whenever you see Scorpio coming in, where we've got 3 planets now, not only is it about relationships, going deep with other people and uncovering deep emotions, but it's also about making changes in life and ending and beginning things. Now, I know if you watched my videos for a while, I know the past month or so, when we've had all of these Mars, Venus squares coming in from Pluto to all of these planets that were coming through Libra going on. I know I mentioned there were changes going on then, but I think the changes that we've had that have been happening in the past few weeks to month or so really have been external changes. They've been things that have been happening perhaps outside us, perhaps to us, that is that we've been having to learn to adjust to in some way. And I think now when all of these planets are starting to hit Scorpio, it's saying, all right, most of the external changes more or less have been done or have come to us. And now we need to embody the spirit of change. We need to be the spirit of change. We need to emotionally reconcile internally what has happened outside us. If our external reality has changed, how can we begin to get right with it and to understand it? And what do we need to change inside ourselves in order to meet the changes that have happened outside us, okay? And I think that's what we're trying to figure out here with all of this energy going on, is what changes do we need to make to create more of the life that we want, inside us in order to create it? And what changes do we need to get used to that have happened already around us? So trying to figure some of that stuff out. And I think that is going to be the key here, is once we figure that stuff out, it really helping us to move forward in a better way. All right. I think this energy to me could be a little hard, because it's like we're trying to find stability in our life. We're trying to be comfortable with our life, but in order to be comfortable, it's like we're digging up a lot of deep and heavy stuff in order for us to really get there. And I think that's what we're really trying to have to balance, is being comfortable versus not being comfortable, having some kind of stability in our life and feeling almost like we almost have it, like we're almost home, but then realizing, oh, we're not there yet. We still have a lot more things we need to take care of before we're in the spot that we want to be, okay? The moon as well in an opposition with Pluto too, as it's trining the sun, to bring up some really strong feelings here, really wanting to have the reputation that you want, have the social standing that you want, move up in the world or do whatever, but realizing I can't. I need to get right with myself first. I have some other things going on that I need to take care of, my perspective, my emotions, to understand better what is happening to my life and to get on board with my life and with where all of these changes are going, and to have your spirit almost catch up to your body. Soul meets body. Maybe I need to play like a Death Cab for Cutie song here, but I think that's what we're trying to figure out as we're going in here. And I think that could be a little bit of the hard thing that's happening, okay? So that's what's going on for most of the day. And it's kind of just going to chill. So I think that's what we're going to be feeling until late at night. Again, another one of these things where we have some major aspects around early in the morning, and then a break, and then some major aspects again at night. And at night around 8 p.m. Mountain Time, after we've been sitting with some of these feelings, trying to understand what changes we need to make in life and inside us, and get right with our emotions while we're trying to make sense of everything. We have the moon here again making a trine over here to Chiron and a square to Uranus. So the trine to Chiron again at nighttime is going to bring up some hard feelings, some uncomfortable feelings, perhaps from the past and inside us, that we're trying to break through. We're trying to break free, I think, to overcome some things that have been holding us back, especially with Uranus coming in, the planet of revolution, of rebellion, of independence. I think at the nighttime, we're trying to break free from some old things, from some hurt feelings, from some things that have not been good for us, and we're facing some of these same things again, all right? I'm really needing to push back and push past them, you know? I see this kind of aspect for some reason as like recovery and relapse. It's like, I think we get like glimpses of like, you know, things are good and we're starting to move forward and we're feeling really great, and then all of a sudden maybe we have some old things come up again. And I think at nighttime it's a chance for you to say, are you gonna go back into these old ways of thinking and feeling bad for yourself or whatever it is your life going, or feeling uncomfortable in some way and a little out of sorts, or are you gonna fight against that and try to do something different and to change your life and to get on board with where your life is going and to move forward? And I think there could be some really good revolutionary energy coming in at the nighttime tonight for you to, if you really are dedicated, to begin to push past some of these hard feelings, assert your freedom and your independence, and do what you need to do to move on. But it may take a little bit of an internal struggle at night. Okay, I think we are trying to get on board with where our life is going, get on board with all of these changes perhaps that have happened in our life the past few weeks and months or so. And I think we're trying to fight it, we're trying to beat it, we're trying to get on board and understand this life that we have and love the life that we have and commit to it, as we're going to need to do at the new moon at the end of next month in December. But I think we keep having these feelings about, oh, well, I kind of liked my old life that I had. Like, my old life was good. Why am I here? Why have I done all of this? Why am I moving forward? And I think that's what we're trying to shed, the old skin here of our life, and come into a new life here being transformed. And I think that's the hard part here, is how do we do that? How do we step into this new life? And it's uncomfortable, and we want to feel comfortable, okay? And we don't just want to step into a new life willy-nilly. We want to make sure that these changes that we're making are important to us and really resonate with us and can last. And I think we're just trying to fit all of that together, okay? So that's what's going on there. I think relationships can help us going deep again, letting yourself feel the feelings, transform yourself from the inside out with the Venus conjunct Jupiter is going to help. But I think it may be a little bit uncomfortable in the process, since Venus now is in Scorpio and it's not a good spot where it doesn't like to be. So I think there could be some uncomfortable feelings that are coming up too, but really needing to deal with these feelings. And I think if you can let yourself be uncomfortable without being lost in how uncomfortable you're feeling, I think there's an opportunity for you to begin to see things better in a better way, and to get on board with your life and where it is going, and just enjoy this life that it is that you're going into. Okay, so I think that's a lot going on there. What else? Saturn also still here in a square to Chiron and in a trine to Uranus. So as we're trying to make sense of everything, feeling a little bit uncomfortable about something new that we're doing, that we're trying to break free from in some way, or something new that we're doing to assert our independence. So I think we still have some hard feelings definitely coming up as we're trying to understand our life, move forward on this journey. I think we're starting to progress. We're starting to feel like everything that's happened the past 2.5 years, 2 or so years, while Saturn was in Sagittarius, I think is starting to hit us, is starting to come to us and say, okay, you better make all your choices here, you better get all your ducks in a row. And I think maybe we're feeling a little pressure and a little stressed now to be like, oh my gosh, did I do the right thing? Is this right? Is everything gonna be okay? You know, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I'm ready to go on this journey. And I think we're trying to just figure all of that stuff out, bringing up some hard feelings, but again, really needing to take the time emotionally to get right with yourself and to get on board with where your life is going, and to figure out what it is you want and need. So when Saturn moves into Capricorn very soon now, it's coming very soon, we're gonna feel much better and have less emotional hangups as we go about doing this thing that it is that we're doing, okay? And really needing to focus on your emotions, on what it is that you want and need deep down, and how you need to change your perspective or change how you feel about life in order to get there, and to just be on board with this journey that you're going on, okay? So that's what I have for you today. Your card is, oh, this is such an interesting one. It's the Six of Pentacles upright. This is actually a card of giving and receiving in some way, and actually a very, very good way, I want to say, or maybe even of a benefactor, someone helping you out if you've been having problems figuring out where you want your life to go, and of what is going on with your life, and of what you need. I feel like there's going to be someone perhaps that can help you today to make sense of your life and to understand what it is that's going on. Maybe this is the Venus-Jupiter thing coming in here, where relationships are going to start to help you to make sense of things, even if they are a little bit messy, okay? This to me also does indicate giving and taking. I think there's going to be maybe some relationships coming on today, or some parts of your life that you're going to have to maybe renegotiate and work better with together. But I think this negotiation, if you can give and take equally with other people and share equally and have your relationships work more smoothly, I think everything's going to start to come together to really help you work it out. That's interesting. I'm going to have to think more about this card today and see how it shows up for me, but it's such an interesting one to get on a day like this. Really having to just, yeah, I'm super interested in that card. So we'll see about that, but that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.